Hey guys, and welcome back to Julie is a Loser. Today I decided I'm going to do a Neopets tutorial for dailies. Dailies are just things that you should do once a day or can do once a day on Neopets. Basically, they're just little tricks, hints, things that people who have been on for a while know that help you to get Neopoints built up daily. So this is my account. I apologize, my name is literally Julie Rocks 1995 because I made this account almost 8 years ago. That means I was 11. So, Julie Rocks 1995 is who I am, and I'm proud of it. So the first thing that every Neopian should do each day is check their bank account, because once you've made a bank account, you collect interest on it each day. So I have the Millionaire Platinum account, which means I have 1,200,000 Neopoints. I think it's once you get to a million, you hit Millionaire Platinum. Or it might be 1,500,000, but I just spent 300 like a few days ago on something. So basically what you come in here and do is go down to collect daily interest. And it says for mine, I've already collected my interest today because I already did earlier. But you just come in and you'll click right over here and it'll add the Neopoints that are right here into your bank account. So I apologize for along the way there's going to be ads on my computer because I have a malware for like dating a Brazilian. So if you see any of those, I'm really sorry. Okay, so the second big thing to do on Neopets is check out your shop. My shop can only hold like I think 15 items, but I mean some people have, up to 400, 500 or more items in their shops at a time. That's a lot to handle. But it might be 20. Yeah, I can hold up to 20. So if you come into your shop, it shows you everything that you have in here for sale and what your price is for it. This, like right now, I only have 4 things up for sale. But if you click right here where it says Shop Till, it takes you to a page that has the money for everything that's been bought on your shop since you were last in. So I apparently only sold 1 item worth 10 Neopoints in the past day. So I just enter that amount and withdraw it. I'll also point out I'm starting with 2,000 Neopoints today, so you can see at the end how much the dailies make me, and that doesn't even count the 356 that I got from my bank. I think it was 356. So at this point, we're up 10. So there's this website called nuttyaboutneopets.com that I use that is extremely helpful and has all of the dailies listed on it. And I would highly suggest you using it as a way to quickly navigate through Neopets. So I'm just going to go onto that site right now. Once you're on the main page of the site, go over to Game and Newbie Tips and go down to Dailies. Once you click on Dailies, it'll bring you to a page that lists all of the main dailies you can do each day. We already did the first 2. The stock market's something that is highly confusing and a lot to get into, but being in business school currently, I can understand it, but it's just, I don't know, Neopian stocks, they have no logic to them, so things go up and down all the time, so I don't really like to invest, but if you do, you go into the stock market, you check, and then there's like a little triangle thing that you can use to sell them if your stocks went up. For the laboratory map, you have to have collected all 9 pieces of the lab map, which when I did it was about 850,000 Neopoints. And I've used it to get my Neopets to how they are now, and I don't really want to change them, so I don't use that. But I will do the Pet Lab Ray. The Pet map is generally only around 10,000 or so Neopoints, so it's a lot cheaper than the main Pet Lab Ray, and it has the same effect except it's just on your pets. Assuming you don't know what pets are, they're just, when you have a Neopet, you give it a littler pet that it has, and you get to take care of that too and name it and stuff. You don't have to feed it and do all the stuff that you have to do with regular pets. So these are the pets that I have currently. These right here. All of them have been named by the Pet Lab, right? My specific favorite is your ad here, but I'm actually going to zap your ad here because I don't like how he looks, and I'm hoping that it changes him. So let's see. Looks like it does nothing today. Yeah, so it didn't work at all today, but if you come back every day, it makes all the pets the way they are. Like, that's how I got the fire baba, and like a lot of different things. So this is where we get into the main Neopoints collection part of the dailies. Um, this website's a little outdated, so not all the things on here work, so I'm just going to do some of the ones that I know work. The first one definitely works. It's the discarded fairy in Fairyland. If you've been on the website for a while, this used to just be like a little dot in the clouds that you could click on and it would just be like, sad little pet. But now you can go to it and sometimes it gives you prizes, sometimes it doesn't. It's just like, they're mainly all the dailies are luck kind of things. So today they gave me a fairy Kugura mug. So I can probably put that in my shop then later and make some points off of it. So that's cool. The second one is the treasure chest, or toy chest, sorry. The Welchard's toy chest. It's the second one on the list under dailies. So just look into the toy chest and it'll give you anything from food to toys, books, and points. So today it gave me a book. So most of my pets are pretty like intelligent. So I have a lot of books read to them. So chances are I've already read this to at least some of them, but that doesn't mean all of them. So I could read it to them and higher their intelligence level. So that's pretty cool. Or I can sell it if they have all read it. The next one that works is Movie Central, and Movie Central is great because it is a free way to feed your pets. I mean, if you go on, there's a lot of ways to feed your pets. If you have less than 2,500 Neopet points, you can go to the soup kitchen where you get free food and you can feed them all the way up to bloated. But if you have anything more than that, including in the bank, you have to pay to feed your pets. And so I really like to come here to Movie Central because it gives them each one meal for free each day. So once it loads, I'll do that. So you just click on this side where it's like the snack bar, and it'll bring you in there. It's funny because these little ads coming up on the top are not working for some reason, but usually they're the data Brazilian ads. So once you're in here, you can just click on any of the food, click on your pet, feed it, and it'll tell you a little happy message like, thanks for feeding me finally. Now, usually I keep my pets, at least in the not hungry range. Apparently all mine are hungry right now because I don't think I was on yesterday. But, well, this is what all my pets look like, by the way. I can show you them in more depth a little later in the video. So now they all got fed for free. Most of these don't work. This one does, but it takes a while for me to load it sometimes, but it's just you drop this scrab down like a Plinko board and you get free stuff at the bottom of it. But I'm just not going to do that today. Fashion Fever is just a game where you dress up pets. It's not too exciting, so I'm not going to do it right now. But the Wheels of Slime both don't work anymore, and Meteor Crash Site it works, but it only gives you items that are worth very small amounts of Neopoints, so I don't really like to play it that often. One I do like, though, is Tiki Tak Tombola, or Tombola, I don't know which one it is, but it's something that I've done for years. So Tombola is basically a Neopian lottery game that you can play once for free daily. So you get a lottery ticket, and if it ends in a 0, 2, or 5, you win. So let's see my luck today. Nope, but they gave me a booby prize, which was an unlabeled tin can. Thanks, Tumbula. So the tin can I'm probably just gonna donate because it's not worth a lot, and it just they just give it to you as like a well you tried present. So, but sometimes you get lucky in here and you can win bottled fairies, you can win code stones, food items, and an amount of Neo points. So that's why I like to try it. Desert Tomb works, but there's also a chance that it can hurt your pets, so I don't like to do it very often. So I would normally do the fruit machine, but it's not really working right now with my computer because of using the software to record this and it already being a slow computer, so it's lagging. So I'm not going to do the fruit machine. But what the fruit machine is, it's just a slot machine that spins around different Neobean fruits, and depending on if you match 2 or 3, you can win usually like 100 or 500 Neo points and whatever fruit you match. So it's a really good thing to do. I would definitely recommend it. The giant omelet is great because it's a free way to get an omelet. So if all my pets are still hungry by the time I'm done with all my dailies, I can feed the free omelet to them. And omelets are great because you can feed them 3 times, because then it turns into 2/3 omelet and 1/3 omelet. So it's worth 3 meals. I can't tell what kind of omelet this is. It might be jelly. I don't know. But so that's in my inventory. And the exact same thing with the giant jelly. Jelly World is real, by the way, for anyone who doubted it. If you just go to neopets.com/jelly, it'll bring you right to Jelly World. And anywhere else on Neopets, if you look it up, it'll say Jelly World doesn't exist. It's not real, but it is. It's real. And there's a gigantic jelly there that you can get free jelly from. My nose ring's itchy. I did this myself. It's new. Well, not new anymore, but like, did it last month. Ugh, great. I got smelly jelly, so I can't even feed that to my pets. So that's wonderful. I guess I'll probably just donate that too. The worst is when you come in here and you're expecting like mint jelly or lime or something that you can feed your pets, and you get smelly or poisonous. Okay, so Colts Shrine is next. So once you're at Colts Shrine, just click on Approach the Shrine, and it'll have something that your pet says right above it. So once you are approaching the shrine, something will happen, and right now, for me, I just found a 10 doubloon coin, which is really exciting because the past few days that I've come, I found a 1 doubloon coin, and I've been able to sell it for about 500. So, I mean, that means I can get hopefully 5,000 out of this, but who knows? But, I mean, I could also use it to play the game involving doubloons, but I'm not one for it, so I'm probably going to sell it. But that's really exciting, so doubloon. So most of these other dailies that are in here are either boring or tedious and don't have much with them or outdated, so I don't do any of those. But scratch cards are fun. It's 600 Neopoints, and then you buy a scratch card. I prefer going to the scratch card kiosk rather than the other two, just because it's like a little happier. It's on Terror Mountain, but it's in Happy Valley, so it's a nicer area than the deserted fairground in the Lost Desert. But scratch cards, as I said, they're 600, and you have a chance to win anywhere from 200 or I think it's 2,000, 5,000, or 10,000 that you can win. Or you can win a plushie, a snowball, or the jackpot. And the jackpot is usually upwards of 200,000. So let's check out what I can get today. Each time you do it, you get a random scratch card. It's different each time. A lot of times it's either Race to Riches or Terror Trove, because they're the most common ones. But those are the ones that you can win, the stuff that I said before. But sometimes you get lucky and get a a more pricey one, but as I said, I just got Race to Riches, so I'm just going to go right down here to scratch it off. So to scratch it, you just have to click on 6 of the 9 bubbles and try to match 3 of them. And I lose. So that's 600 Neo points down the drain for today, but most days it's a lot more exciting than that. I won 10,000 about 2 days ago, and that was an exciting time. And then I won 250,000 another day, or the 2,500, sorry, not 250. So Neopets Stuff is definitely something you should do. You can go to it once a month, and you get 2,000 free Neo points, and then a free food item for each of your Neopets, and it can range anywhere in rarity. So I'm going to do the Wheel of Excitement. There's a lot of other wheels on here that I encourage you to try. The Wheel of Knowledge is great if you want to try to get some books, but it's also really hard sometimes to get something out of it. But the Wheel of Misfortune tends to end up not so good. But the Wheel of Excitement has, it's only $500 or 500 Neo points to play, and more often than not, you get something out of it. So you just click on the wheel and it starts to spin. Oh my gosh, today's been a really unlucky day. I'm sorry, guys. So it comes down, breathes fire on my Neopets. Great, so they all lose some hit points. But what I saved for last is if you go back up, there is Healing Springs. Healing Springs is in Fairyland, and it's when you go to the water fairy, and she heals your pets for free. And that can be anything from giving them 3 hit points to refilling their food to giving them 17 hit points. It can be anything. Some days she just gives you a healing potion or like something you can use in battle, but more often than not she heals them in some way. So all of my pets apparently lost 5 hit points, but she just made them gain 10. So they're back up. Alright, so that's all for the Neopets dailies. As you can see, my Neo points total has gone down to 910, but once I sell off the 10 doubloon coin and some of the other items I got along the way, it should be up, well up for today. So I consider today a gain, and if you want, I can show you guys my Neopets quick. So this is my first Neopet. Her name's Spearmint Baby. She's a Kachik that I painted baby a few years back with a Disco Kukith. My next one, I adopted all of my other pets, but this is Evil Troll's Dance. Evil Troll's Dance, obviously I adopted, so I didn't name it, as well as all the other 3, but he's a pink Asia with some cool emo setup. I don't know. I did it a few years back, but I'm still pretty happy with it, so like, keep rocking, you. This is Llama PR, which is kind of funny because I'm in school for public relations, so I'm gonna keep that. But she's a desert uni that I used the lap map to paint, as well as her pet of Doom, which is a fire baba. And lastly, I have my rainbow Norbu named Llama Buddy. I don't know why I have 2 of them named Llama. It just happened when I adopted them. Llama is adorable and has a little hat that spins, and I love it, and she's great. So these are my pets, and I really want to see any of yours, so if anyone wants to post links in the comments with their user lookup, I would love to check it out, or if you have a shop or something. I have a lot of Neo points and nothing really to spend them on, so post away. And that's all for this video. I'll probably do another one explaining how the shops work eventually, but for now this is all for Neopets, so thanks for watching, guys.